Hello, we'd like to go through the Unit 2 with you and also the Unit 3, some of the Unit 3 with you. And then, first of all, I'm going to talk about the distribution of different lake and also the river in China. Okay, so I think indeed I really don't need to go through. Okay, because Huanghe, you should know it. Changjiang, you should know it. Zhujiang is you also know it, but the matter is where is it located? Okay, the northern uh, the northern river in the China is the Huanghe. Okay, the middle one. Okay, which is Changjiang, and then the river that is going to give us water, give Hong Kong's water, Dongjiang. Dongjiang is one of the tributaries of the Zhujiang, okay, and also the Hu, different kinds of lake, okay, Taihu, Moyanghu, Dongtinghu, all of them are the lake that taking place or located in the Changjiang, okay, so accordingly when you are talking about different kinds of hu, tell is in Changjiang because Huanghe is a bit although there are some lake in Huanghe but not really large. Okay, the large lake in all of them is in the Changjiang. Okay, all of them is in the Changjiang. So accordingly, you gonna once you encounter with some hu with some lake, I think you better located. This is linked with Changjiang, okay, and along with the glacier, most of them they are the surface water, okay. Glacier, which is talking about the ice, which is also moving like a river, but in a relatively very slow speed, okay. And what is why? And they are saying, oh, the why is saying, oh, it's not in the land surface, and then I have a great reserve in particular parts of China, so it should be groundwater because you cannot see it in the land surface, okay. And they are stored in the aquifer, okay, which is talking about the underground water, how to say, water layer, okay, the permeable water layer, okay, between the rock layer, the water body, okay, between the rock layer under the ground, okay. How the wire can be extracted? First of all, drilling wells, and then or using pumping machine, okay. I think I have told you in the lesson. Maybe you can just drill the well into that kind of water areas, and I do illustrate with the examples with the some one of the soccer team in Thailand. They are stuck in the underground cave, and then they need a lot of processes to save them out, and they need to dive into the water finally, okay. So this kind of underground layer of the water is can be extracted by drilling wells, okay. Which region of China is rich in wine? It should be northern China, okay. And you can see for here I just going to have a very quick glance of this because you don't really need to remember all the amount of water. Instead, just have a brief understanding about the river in here or the river in the southern China, okay, northern China or southern China, okay. For the Songhuajiang, Liaohe, Haihe, Huaihe, Huanghe, and also Haihe, okay. All of them even added most of the major river in northwest. They are not as much as other river in southern China, okay. So accordingly, the southern China is having more water indeed, which is comprised of the total water 76.7% of the total water in China, total water reserve in China. So indeed, we can generalize it as the water reserve in China is unevenly distributed, okay. If how come I draw China like a heart, okay. Anyway, you know how I draw the China. Oh, Mr. Leung art is not really good, you know it, okay. And then so we do have a lot of river in here in the southern China, okay. We are having a lot of water, so it is
unevenly distributed, and 77%, 17, almost 77%, okay, 76.7% is located in here, and then the general, the entire 23.3% is in the northern China. So it's quite unevenly distributed, and then the southern China is having 3 times more than the northern China, okay. So but how is it going to be? What are the reasons that making the rainfall having the water having such a uneven distribution? First of all, the annual rainfall differences, because the rainfall decreased from the southeast to the northwest. Okay, and then this is creating such a pattern. Okay, finally the water resource will creating such a pattern. Okay, for the southern part and also the eastern part, mostly they are wet. Okay, why? Because most of the summer monsoon, which is carrying onshore wind, is striking the eastern part of China all the day. Okay, although it's called summer monsoon, but you know it, most of the rainfall in Hong Kong and also the whole China is in the summer mostly. Okay, so accordingly, we are having a lot of water bring by the sea, and accordingly, the eastern part is the recipient of the summer monsoon, and then they are getting wetter and wetter. How about the dry region? Okay, because the dry region, the wind need to go through a long distance until they are going to the dry region or semi-arid region. So accordingly, they are having more and more drier climate in the western part of China. Okay, so accordingly, coastal area is affected by the summer monsoon, and then the distance from the sea is short, and the dry region mostly is the inland area, and then the summer monsoon is not affected, and then the long distance of the sea. And this one, how summer monsoon is going to affect our rainfall. Indeed, I did told you it is really important, and which will be the essay about. Okay, and why? Because the summer monsoon, and I do have another YouTube for explaining this. Okay, you can check this out. Okay, I will release it in the Google Classroom as well. Okay, but I would like to have a short account for this first, and then during the summertime, the southeast and southwest monsoon wind blow from the sea to the land, bring large amount of rainfall to the coastal area, and then the inland area a lot affected by the summer monsoon. Okay, what is it about? Okay, it is about like this. Okay, since we are having a large sea next to China, and then the China indeed is also a large landmass, so accordingly, during the summer, this part is cooler. Okay, just like you are going to the swimming pool. Okay, when you jump, before you jump into the water definitely cooler, and then when you are walking through the fall next to the swimming pool, it's very hot. Okay, so the land that next to China is just like the fall next to the swimming pool. It's very hot. Okay, and if you passing through, and if you are walking through the fall, walking on the floor without a slipper, you will feel, oh, very hot, help, like this, isn't it? So accordingly, right here is very hot, right here is very hot. Okay, and right here is very wet, is very cool, relatively very cool. So accordingly, the cold air, the high air pressure is in here, and then the hot air is created in the landmass of China. So I would like to illustrate by the recent typhoons. Okay, the track of the recent typhoon. Let's give me some time to give you the Hong Kong Observatory. Right here, I already posed it. Okay, so you can see from here. Oops. So you can see from here, most of the typhoon, no matter the former 2019 typhoon or the recent typhoon, okay, this should be the Yunkwai Kompasu, okay, and indeed you can check out more in here, okay. This is not related, okay, but no matter what, most of the typhoon is approaching from the sea from here. Okay, most of the typhoon is created in this area, and then striking Hong Kong or the nearby area, even the Zhejiang, Shanghai, or even Japan. Okay, so no matter what, this is how the summer monsoon works. Although it's not totally the same as the typhoon, but you can refer to the track of the typhoon. It's working more or less like this. Okay, and then let's see. The onshore wind and the typhoon brings heavy rains to the coastal areas but lose moisture when go further inland. Rainfall decrease with increasing distance from the sea. For more further, you can refer to page 14 and 15 and also another YouTube which is talking about the monsoon wind as well. Okay. So let's move to the essay and how to explain the monsoon wind indeed. Okay, in general you have to mention two things. Okay, first of all, the distance from the sea as well as the relief. Okay, the wet region is in the eastern China and also the dry region in the western China. In terms of the distance of the sea, and eastern China more always located in coastal area as I've just told to you, and just like the typhoon, the wet onshore wind blow from the sea to the land, bring a lot of moisture, and then result a higher rainfall in the eastern China. However, in another way round, since the northwest China is located in the inland area far away from the coast, the onshore wind will lose moisture. Okay, and then when they are moving to the inland, just like squeezing the tower, the red tower. Okay, at the very beginning is where the red tower can give out a lot of water, but time after time, the tower will be dried up and then they cannot give out any water. So finally, the onshore wind when approaching to the northwest China, very little rainfall is remained, and hence due to the rainfall decrease with increasing distance from the sea, eastern China is wet while northwestern China is dry. Okay, how about the relief? And also we are having Himalayas, so it is also acted like a water barrier of the northwest China, which is blocking the onshore wind from the Indian Ocean. As a result, there's little rainfall in northwest China. Okay, so this is the major thing that make up the monsoon wind. Okay, for further, you gonna check out another YouTube which is also about monsoon wind to make yourself familiar with. Okay, so that is the end of the unit 2. Let's move to the and maybe I take another clip for unit 3 then. Okay, see you.